Hey folks, this is a guitar lesson which actually does not involve touching any guitars at all. And the point of this lesson today, or discussion, is to encourage the people who've never played guitar to go ahead, pick up a guitar, and learn how to play. So the takeaway is that if I could play, if I can learn to play, then without a doubt you can learn to play. As a kid, I had friends who were taking guitar lessons, and they would sit there in guitar class and have to learn notes and do scales and look at sheet music and spend 1 hour each day practicing learning how to play Jingle Bells. And I took a couple looks at that. I said, you know what, maybe I'll stick to what I'm best at, which is being a juvenile delinquent, and I'll skip the guitar. So let's fast forward about 15 years or so to when I was in college, and I was still a huge music buff. I loved Pink Floyd, I loved New Order, U2, the Beatles, Neil Young, Lou Reed. So I was a big fan of music, and I remember still being a bit jealous of the people who I knew who could play guitar. So in college, I had some friends who were actually really good acoustic guitar players. And they'd always pick up their guitars and play all kinds of great stuff. And one day I asked a friend of mine, I said, look, I don't want to play guitar, just show me a couple chords that I can play, pick a song that's pretty easy, and show me the chords, show me the finger positions so I can play that song. And to this day, I remember my very first guitar song. It was the song Lola by the Kinks. And I'm pretty convinced that my friend set me up, because if you want to learn guitar, that's probably not the first song to play, because it involves both finger picking and strumming. But what happened is, I was very determined to play. I sat down, I learned all the chords, I learned all the patterns, and within a couple of weeks I was advancing and asking to learn more and more songs. And what happened next is I went out and I bought what are called chord books. And chord books are basically pictures of where to put your fingers on the guitar neck. And I bought these chord books for the Beatles, for all my favorite bands like Pink Floyd, Neil Young, and within a few weeks after that I was actually able to play probably 15 or 20 songs just based on looking at how your fingers were placed on the guitar. So just add a footnote to this, some of the best guitar players in the world, think of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, think of The Clash. None of these guys ever actually had guitar lessons. They were pretty much self-taught. They had a few friends who said, look, this is how you start, this is how you play a G chord. But everything after that was self-taught. And what I would like to do over the next 2 or 3 weeks is keep producing some more lessons for you folks and show you the way I learned. Because the way I learned was to just jump right in and start playing with some pretty cool songs. Later on we can get to music theory, we can get to note reading, things like that, but I think the most important thing to do is jump in, learn something fun, learn something fast, and emphasize that, again, if I was able to play with the very little talent that I had, then without a doubt you can play guitar and you're going to move quickly. So any questions, please feel free to contact me on Twitter. This is my Twitter account, Amish School, and I'm happy to answer any and all questions, but my focus is going to be on locking myself here in the basement over the next couple of days and cranking out some starter lessons showing you what kind of guitar to buy, how to get the guitar tuned up and started, and working on some chords. And from there we're going to turn you loose, and I'm convinced within 2 weeks from today you'll be able to play at least 2 or 3 passable songs. So that's it for today. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.